Hi, this is Donna. Welcome to DD Paper Crafts. And in today's video, we're going to be making this small pouch. One of these could be a table favour, 6 of these could be a Christmas decoration, and 4 stars, 24 pouches, could be an advent calendar. They're very easy to put together, very easy to resize. And as an example, this one here was made out of a sheet of 6x6 paper. So if you've got lots of 6x6 Christmas pads you're not sure what to do with, this is an ideal way to use these papers to put together something which looks really effective. I will give you the measurements for this at the end. The pouch I'm going to make is 1.5 by 2 3/4, and I need 6 of these to make my Christmas star. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm starting with a piece of cardstock which is 6.5 by 4, and along the 6.5 inch side I'm scoring at 1.5, 3, 4.5 and 6. Rotate, and along the 4-inch side I'm scoring at 1/2, 2 and 3.5. Fold and burnish the tabs along the top and bottom. Place the piece back in the scoreboard. We're now going to make a notch in squares 2 and 4 at 2.25 and 5.25. Rotate, so our tab's now on the left, and we're going to do the same at 1.25 and 4.25. Fold and burnish the remaining score lines. Take your scissors, and with the glue tab at the bottom, we're going to cut along through the glue tab, completely along the top of square 1, completely along the top of square 2, and completely along the top of square 3. Rotate, and we're going to remove that section. And then we're just going to cut a slight wedge from the ends of the glue tab that's been left behind, and this is the tab which is going to open and close the box. Cut a wedge from the end of the glue tab, move along to the right hand side. We're going to cut up through the glue tab, along the top of the first square, along the top of the second square, and up to the end of the third square, and again rotate and remove that section and cut a slight wedge into the remaining glue tab, and cut a wedge into the glue tab at the bottom, so your piece looks like this. We're going to score from the notch down to the bottom corner of the square. So use your stylus and ruler, line up your stylus with the notch, and we're going to score. We're going to score a triangle into the squares with the notches. You now want to gently valley fold along the diagonals. Depending on the weight of cardstock you've used, you might want to go in with your score tool and burnish these down, or you might be happy just doing this with your fingers. But you want a nice crisp fold here. Fold back the end glue tab, and I'm going to add glue to the glue tab and join up the piece. So that's our joined up pouch. Push in the side triangles, which will push the front and back towards each other, and we'll use the 1/2 inch tab to just fold in to close the piece. You might need to re-angle the sides of the glue tab, but you can see that fits in there nice and easily. Depending on what you're going to put in them, you could of course have your tab sitting on the outside, maybe secured with some hook and loop, but I'm happy with what I'm going to be putting in mine. These are going to be secure enough. So you can see you can get that open quite easily. I'm going to do the same at the other end. Pop in the tab, and again you may need to adjust the angles of the tabs if you're struggling to get it in. So you can see that fits in, and there's our completed box. To make the star, you'll need 6 of this size, and I'm going to add glue to the bottom section on one side. Take my next box and sit that on top. And I am going to use some bulldog clips just to hold this in place as I work my way round adding the pieces together. And then you'll glue the remaining pieces together. Here's my 5 secure, and before I add in my last, I've made a ribbon loop which I've secured to the bottom of this piece with some red liner tape. I'm going to use my glue and add glue to both sides of this last piece and slot it in so my ribbon loop is stuck between the 2 boxes, and that can hang up quite nicely. So that is effectively our decoration star. You can get in and out of the pouches very easily. All I would do now is add a simple embellishment to the centre, or alternatively add my advent calendar numbers. But I think that's a really pretty and effective design. So this has become this. So just a reminder, this can be made from a sheet of 6 by 6, and I haven't tested it, but I estimate you would need 12 of these to make the star look. I'll just set that side by side so you can see the difference in the size. Here's the measurements for this one. So we've got a 6 by 6 sheet. We're scoring at 1/4 inch, 3 inches, and 5 3/4. We've got a score line at 1.5, 2 3/4, 4 1/4, and 5.5. And then we have our notch marks with the tab on the right at 2 1/8, 4 7/8, and with the tab on the left at 1 1/8 and 3 7/8. And the construction, etc., is exactly the same. So let's just bring the star back in, and I will definitely be making more of these in different sizes. I hope you've enjoyed today's Christmas in July project. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel, and until next time, thanks for watching.